I'm too embarrassed to show what the garage looked like before we cleaned it up. But it's empty now. Almost. I gotta say, it was nice to hire some junk removal guys to take all of the trash and furniture that we're not keeping away. It is pricey, but honestly, with how hard it was emotionally to throw everything away, I think it was worth it. Knowing how much that kind of thing costs, though, I think in the future, I will definitely try to haul as much of my own trash away as I can, because it's expensive. It was a lot. Thankfully, it's being split between the three of us, but Lord. But most of the stress is gone, and the house is starting to feel manageable now. I just finished picking up a bunch of scrap metal that I'm going to take to a metals recycling place tomorrow morning before I go to work. And we'll see if I make any money off of it. I'll show you guys real quick all the stuff that I collected from the house we're moving out of that I'm going to drive over to the metals recycling place. My sister made me ramen. She added cheese to it. There's the cheese. My sister is the best. She puts spinach in it, so it's a little healthy. So for anyone that needs a bottom-up explanation of how recycling at a metals recycling place works, it was confusing for me because obviously I had never done it before. So I ended up driving around, turning my car on and off a few times out of confusion. What I was supposed to do is drive around to where there was a scale, and you go onto the scale and there's a little traffic light thing which you have to wait for it to turn green. It weighs your car before you take all of the metals out. Then you throw all the metals away, and then you go back around and then you weigh your car again. And then based on that missing weight is how much they pay you for. I got a whopping $4.20 from all of my metal. Definitely not worth the effort I went through. Will I do it again? I think if I have bigger items, then yes. For the amount that I had was better than trying to throw it away traditional trash can. But for anything lower, definitely not worth. You might get back $1. And I got back $4. So I see why you squish the cans and stuff before you bring stuff, because everything is measured by weight. One part that makes me a little sad is that I recycled my dad's old red vacuum cleaner that I remember him using when I was a little girl. My mom had saved it, even though it doesn't even work anymore, because just out of memory, she hoarded memories that way. And my plan was to also hoard that vacuum cleaner as a memory. But then we got to the house and I realized I can't keep this clutter. I decided I would recycle it, and it made me a little sad to toss it into the big pile of metal. But I took a picture of it so that I could have that as a memory. I don't need to keep every little thing. My parents' memories live on through me and my sister. I booked a commercial this week that's shooting in Charlotte, so I have to leave for that tomorrow morning. And yesterday I went by the house to do kind of a little last sweep. And I kind of didn't really think about it, but that was the last time I'm ever gonna be there. It's weird having those graduation goggles about it. It's a little bittersweet. To the good times and the bad times from the last 3 years in that house, peace out. Lately, my Google Maps has been taking me down some roads that I don't normally take for destinations that I have been many times. And I'm sure that it is the most optimal route to get there the fastest. But a tiny part of me wonders if the AI is just testing me like a guinea pig. sending me on a wild goose chase to see if I will follow its instructions without question. My shoot is at 7 a.m. in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm driving to Charlotte at 2 in the morning. Let's go. I got wrapped at 6 o'clock, which means I get to drive home with at least 2 hours of sunlight. The last time I drove back from a shoot in Charlotte back to Atlanta, I made the mistake of staying for dinner with my castmates. So it was dark and there was standstill traffic in the first hour I started driving back. That made me sleepy, and what should have been a 4-hour drive turned into an 8-hour drive because I had to stop every 30 minutes to an hour to take a nap for like 30 minutes to an hour. It was bad. Do as I say and not as I do. Learn from my cautionary tale. If you're going to make a drive that's like 4 hours or more in a day, then do it as soon as you can and don't just relax for a couple of hours, wasting precious daylight, because you will have to stop by a lit gas station every now and then to take a nap so that you do not crash and die from being sleepy. Crafty. What's that? Road trip food. I made it home alive, guys. Good night.